This equipment is a diesel engine training platform. It consists of the following parts: engine assembly, radiator, intake component, coolant, starter fluid, battery, high-pressure pump, pressure, exhaust pipe, combination meter, heater, relay assembly, fuse assembly, oil pressure gauge, engine control unit, OBD diagnostic port, ignition switch, fault setting box, measurement panel, signal table. After we start the engine, the instrument will work normally. Before operation, we need to check whether the engine assembly is securely installed. Check whether the water pipes, radiators, and other components are securely installed. Check whether the coolant is at the middle level. Check if the fuel tank and exhaust pipe are properly installed. When we use it for the first time, we need to fill the fuel tank with diesel. We can just open the fuel tank cap and fill it directly. Generally, it is best to add 1 to 2 liters of diesel fuel, and there is no need to fill it to full. When we are refueling diesel, there should be no open flames nearby. Check if the accelerator pedal is functioning properly. When we check that there are no issues and the diesel has been refilled, tighten the battery to the right to connect it and to the left to disconnect it. Then we turn on the ignition switch to the on position. We can see that the dashboard lights up and the oil pressure gauge also lights up. The various signal voltmeters above light up. We pressed the ignition switch again. We can see that the engine can start normally. Do not use your limbs to touch the running parts inside. You can see that the speed of the dashboard has changed. The signal voltmeter above displays the normal operating voltage. We stepped on the accelerator pedal and the engine was running normally. We can use a multimeter for measurement. Set the multimeter to the 20 volts position. Then we measure the voltage on a panel. Insert the black probe into the black terminal. Insert the red probe into the red power supply terminal of K28. The measured voltage is around 14 volts. We can also measure the supply voltage of the terminal here. Insert the black probe into the black terminal. Insert the red probe directly into the A37 terminal. The measured voltage is around 2.5 volts. The voltage at the A42 terminal was also measured to be around 2.5 volts. We can also measure the voltage of the ignition coil or fuel injector. Set the multimeter to AC mode. Insert the black probe directly into the signal terminal of A47. Insert the red probe directly into the blue terminal on top. The measured voltage is 1.7 volts. Then we can measure the signal of this sensor. Set the multimeter to the DC 20 volts range. Insert the black probe directly into the black terminal and insert the red probe into the blue terminal. It can be seen that the voltage measurement of the sensor is 2.5 volts. Measure the voltage of the other terminal, which is also 2.5 volts. On this training platform, we can not only measure, but also set faults. This is the fault setting box, where each fault code corresponds to a fault on the panel. We will use the G01 fault as an example to demonstrate the fault setting. Turn on the fault switch of G01 and set the fault. We can see that the engine is shaking, indicating that the fault has been successfully set. We can see that the indicator light here is not on, indicating that it is not working. We set the multimeter to AC mode and measure its voltage. Measuring its voltage to 0 volts indicates that it has a fault. Measure the other terminal and it is normal for the voltage to be around 1.5 volts. After troubleshooting, the fault switch needs to be turned off. After the fault is cancelled, the indicator light here will light up and the engine will run smoothly. After we finish the operation, we need to turn off the ignition switch. Turn the negative pole of the battery counterclockwise to disconnect the power supply. When we encounter damage to relays or fuses during operation, it is necessary to replace the relay or fuse with the same model. End of demonstration.